Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy Tupac here for another video. It is going to be another prediction video. Today we are going to be doing my AEW Redemption match predictions. AEW Redemption comes to you live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, live on July 26, 2026, and they have an absolutely stacked card. So let's get straight into predicting it. Already on the AEW Redemption card, we have Hikaru Shida taking on the upstart, up and coming Maya World. I have really loved Maya World's upstart run here in AEW. Tony Khan has been giving her a great push over the last few months, giving her a great run in the Owen Hart tournament. Now being able to challenge here for the TBS Championship on a big stage here like AEW Redemption. She's been featured week in, week out on AEW Collision and AEW Dynamite. Hikaru Shida's not somebody that I gravitate to when I'm watching AEW. She's not my favorite AEW women's wrestler right now. I personally don't think that she should be having the AEW TBS Championship right now. I thought it should be Queen Amanada. I would have liked to see Queen Amanada versus Maya World. That would have been really fun to see. With that said, I do think Hikaru Shida will retain her TBS Championship here at Redemption over Maya World. I don't think they're going to give Maya World that shot at holding the title yet, just like they're doing with a Bandito right now. That said, we have another women's match here. We have the AEW Women's World Championship on the line with Tekla going up against Willow Nightingale, who just returned 2 weeks ago on AEW Dynamite at Beach Break in the Casino Gauntlet to win this match. She did end up winning that match to challenge Tekla here at Redemption. I do think this is going to be a fun, entertaining women's match here at Redemption. I love both of these women. Tekla is a great, tremendous heel in the ring, on the mic, and just everything she does. Willow Nightingale, a great babyface character. I love her work in the ring, and she's just really somebody that you could rely on here in AEW just to have banger matches and to put the title on her when you need it. And so that's what I think they're going to do here at Redemption in making Willow Nightingale your new AEW Women's World Champion. I would have liked to see Tekla hold it until All In and face Mercedes Moné, but a heel versus heel doesn't really make too much sense. But Willow Nightingale, a true and doubt babyface with the title, her first ever run, and I do think she deserves to have the AEW Women's World Championship around her waist. She is a really great and hard working wrestler here in AEW. So I do think Willow Nightingale will win here at Redemption. And with that, our next match, we have a tag team champion, or not a tag team championship match, but we have the Death Riders, Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley, going up against the Young Bucks. I don't know why this match is really happening. Other than just giving Will Ospreay a match at a pay-per-view and the Young Bucks. I do think it's going to be a good match. Ospreay and Jon Moxley, I do think, is the best tag team in the Death Riders. Most OP, you might say, because Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley are just two of the greatest people you have here in AEW. They're basically unbeatable. Jon Moxley in the Continental rules, and Will Ospreay under the Death Riders has been a menace. Man, did you see Adam Brooks get hammered down by Will Ospreay on Collision, man? Jon Moxley has Will Ospreay being a whole other demon since joining the Death Riders, and I do think he's on a roll here towards Wembley Stadium and winning that AEW World Championship from Kenny Omega. With that said, I do think the Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay Death Riders will get the win here over the Young Bucks. Already in the match I am waiting for here on Redemption is the second matchup between Tommaso Ciampa, and now we will be getting the Painmaker Chris Jericho here at Redemption in a no-holds-barred match, and I do think this match really deserves stipulation of a no-holds-barred. It really got physical, and there was a lot of blood at AEW Beach Break match a few weeks ago. Chris Jericho was bleeding. You had sand involved. I can't remember who got cracked over the back with a chair. It was like a lawn chair. There was just some crazy spots, and I do think this deserves it. Both of these men have been at each other's throats since after Dynasty, and so I do think that This deserves this no holds barred stipulation, and both of these men are gonna go crazy. The Psycho Killer and the Painmaker in one ring in no holds barred. What can you really expect? They're gonna go nuts. I expect a lot of blood here from both men. I do expect a lot of weapons and just some crazy action. But with that said, I'm gonna give my prediction here, and I do think Tommaso Ciampa needs this win here, as I do think I want him as a champion again here in AEW, and I do think they're on a decline here on a Chris Jericho. They're trying to think. I think they're trying to go up a storyline of him losing all these matches, not just the bald people, but to talent. And I want to say younger than him because Tommaso Ciampa is also old too. I do think they're having him lose all these matches to show that he's probably on his way out and he's not as good as he used to be. So I do think Ciampa will get the win here over Chris Jericho, the Painmaker. Already for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, we have Cope and Cage going up against the Death Riders tag team of Claudio Castagnoli and Pac. I do think this is also another strong Death Riders tag team. Claudio and Pac are tremendous athletes. I love both of their work in WWE, and they're really great athletes and tremendous wrestlers here in AEW. But that said, I don't think that they will be getting it done here and winning the AEW World Tag Team Championships from Cope and Cage, because I do think Cope and Cage have a bigger storyline headed towards All In, and if maybe we see a New Day return or a New Day debut to AEW or a Motor City return, I would love to see that here at Redemption or soon to lead into a bigger match at All In. Maybe a ladder match, maybe a four-way tag team ladder match. You have Cope and Cage, you got Motor City Machine Guns, the Young Bucks, or Motor City New Day is interchangeable there. I want to see one of them. And I do think FTR, if FTR is going to come back soon, I do think they deserve to be in that spot as well because they are a great tag team. I just want to see all of the greatest tag teams here and maybe a ladder match, maybe a TLC match at All In. I really want that. But with that said, I do think Cope and Cage will get the win here over the Death Riders somehow, some way. We have the AEW National Championship on the line here with Mark Davis, Dunkzilla from the Don Callis family going up against former Don Callis family member Andrade El Idolo. And this match was made after Andrade was able to beat Jake. I almost said something. Jake Doyle on AEW Dynamite last week, and he earned this shot at the national championship. And I do really want Andrade here as a champion. I didn't think it was going to be the national championship. I'd rather him have the TNT title or the international championship. But I guess this works. And I'm predicting Andrade El Idolo will beat Dunkzilla Mark Davis here at AEW Redemption. I do think it's going to be a pretty fun match. Both of these men are tremendous workers here in AEW. I love Mark Davis's pile driver. Amazing pile driver, top 5 right now. Andrade is an amazing worker, and he needs to be an AEW World Champion soon. Soon, come on, Tony Khan, give it to us, please. Andrade is a hell of a worker. In the next title match, we have the AEW International Championship on the line with Kyle by God Fletcher going up against the ROH World Champion Bandito. Oh man, this is gonna be a crazy, fun, high intense match. Kyle Fletcher really just knows how to lay it in. He's a really great wrestler. Bandito is really tremendous and athletic. Great luchador in the ring. I have really loved his work over the last few years. I'm wishing that not WWE, almost said WWE. AEW would give him a mega push here. They've been pushing him and giving him shots at titles, but I really wish that they would pull the trigger on him and really have him drop the ROH championship and really stick to being an AEW guy and winning some AEW gold, because he's a tremendous athlete, and a lot of people have really loved Bandito's work over the last year and 2 years, and I have really grown into being a Bandito fan, except the 21 plex I'm kind of iffy on. Kyle Fletcher, I do think he's going to retain his international championship here at Redemption, because I do think they have him on a bigger trajectory towards All In as well. Maybe having a triple threat match between Takeshita and Okada, the Don Callis trio triple threat match for the international championship. I do think it's going to be really fun and an entertaining match to see at All In. Maybe it's just an Okada match or maybe a Takeshita Fletcher again running back, but I do think that's going to be Kyle Fletcher's way to All In. In your AEW Redemption main event, we have the AEW World Championship on the line. We have Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, going up against the TNT champion, the Jet, Kevin Knight. And I do think this is gonna be a fun match, man. Kevin Knight is crazy good. He's one of my favorite young guys here in AEW, and he's wicked talented in the ring. Kenny Omega obviously is one of my favorite wrestlers that has never made it to WWE. He's one of my favorite wrestlers in ring of all time, and I do think he's going to have a tremendous match here with Kevin Knight. I don't know much about their chemistry here, but I do think they're going to have good chemistry to put on a good match here at Redemption. But I don't think that Kevin Knight is going to be Jet 2 belts yet, and I don't think his time is yet to come for the AEW World Championship, as Kenny Omega will retain here at Redemption and go on to All In and face Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. And I'm hoping is a great match, and I manifested this, I predicted this, I hoped this back when I was predicting Forbidden Door, or before that. I was hoping that this would be the AEW All In main event, is Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Oh my goodness, this is their third match, right? Third, fourth match, and I cannot wait, man. They're gonna put on magic here at Wembley Stadium in All In, and I just can't wait for that. Also on AEW Redemption, we have the Dogs going up against the Bang Bang Gang in a double chain match, essentially a double dog collar match. It's something like we had Mark Briscoe and FTR going up against each other in a double dog collar match, but I don't think they're gonna be calling it a dog collar match anymore, because like that's kind of crazy to be calling it that in the Big 26. But I do think this is going to be a fun, entertaining match. I do like the Dogs and the Bang Bang Gang. I do think the rest of the Bang Bang Gang, Austin and the Guns, are going to get involved here, as well as I could see maybe a returning Gabe Kidd comes back. He did just lose the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship recently, so I do think maybe he could be coming in as returning. He did have an injury recently at the end of 2025 into 2026, or in early 2026. Yeah, it was. But I do think that the Bang Bang Gang will come here and get the win over the Dogs, as they motivate themselves to winning some tag team gold or gold here in AEW. I want to see Switchblade Jay White so bad as AEW World Champion, and the Bang Bang Gang as tag champs. Man, that would be so cool. I love the Bang Bang Gang so much. At Redemption, we are also going to see a six-way ladder match to determine the number one contender for the AEW International Championship. The winner of the Bandito and Kyle Fletcher match will be having to look over their shoulders, as these six opponents will be looking to capture that AEW International Championship, as we have Speedball Mike Bailey going up against Jungle Jack Perry, going up against Commander, going up against the Beast Mortos, and the two other competitors have not been announced ahead of AEW Collision and AEW Redemption. The two qualifier matches on AEW Collision tonight will be Nick Wayne going up against AR Fox, and El Clone going up against the man, the myth, Leo Rush. And in this ladder match, I do think it's gonna be fun, intense, high impact ladder match. I don't know who could win this match, honestly, so I'm gonna throw out a wild prediction here and say that maybe Speedball Mike Bailey or Commander win this match. I would really like to see Speedball Mike Bailey as a champion in AEW. I thought they were leaning towards a match with him and Kevin Knight at All In. Um, but maybe he could win this match and have a match between Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Mike Bailey at All In. I would really love that match. I think that would really anticipate a good match at All In on a already stacked card as it is. Alrighty, guys, and that has been your AEW Redemption prediction video here. Let me know, guys, down in the comments below what you guys are most looking forward to at AEW Redemption. My match of the night I'm looking forward to probably is Kenny Omega and the Jet, Kevin Knight, as well as Andrade El Idolo and Mark Davis. I'm excited to see what both of those matches delivered to, as well as Tekla and Willow Nightingale, as Tekla is my favorite women's wrestler here in AEW. Alrighty, guys, peace out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. Watch more of my content right here. Make sure to follow me if you guys like wrestling and sports content.